Life and Vibes TV, welcome. How are you doing, my God bless subscribers? On this glorious Sunday day, bright sunshine, let's give thanks for life. You know the breath of life? Give thanks for that. You know why? Many people didn't wake up today. So from your above ground, give thanks to the Most High. So my lovely people, before we get into the video, please smash the like button for me on this video. I want 300 likes. We have to start pushing the channel now. 300 likes. Share the video for me. Share it to a friend. You know? And let's get up to 300 subscribers, 300 likes. Okay? So my lovely people, before we get into the video, please like, share, and comment. And for those who have subscribed already, big up yourself. Bless up yourself for joining the family. So, without no more delay, let's get into today's story. Today's story time. You ready? This one is called My Brother and My Cousin Was Killed by Obeah. So going back to 2009, I and my sister and her two sons, we went to Nigeria for holiday. We basically went home, took a trip home, and went for a vacation there. I am from a family of 13. Yes, 13. My dad was busy. And three of the firstborn are from different mothers. So she had 3 children and then passed away, unfortunately. And then my dad married my mom, and she had 5 boys and 5 girls, so making 13. From my mom's section, we were a lot younger than the first 3. All right, so anyway, back to the story. We've gone to Nigeria, and one of my sisters has 5 children, 2 boys and 3 girls. And when we go to Nigeria, we always stay with her, and then we move on to the village. She lives in the city. So we always stop there for a few days, and then we go down to the village and see the rest of the family, my mom and dad, blah, blah. So when we landed, they came and collected us from the airport, and we went to their house. When we went to the house, I saw 4 of my cousins, and I didn't see one of the boy. His name was Obeah, so I didn't see him. So we've been there a few hours, and you know, everyone is excited and to see us and happy that we've come. But it was a strange happiness, because they were happy but not really happy, and I couldn't understand it. They were happy, but when I looked at them by themselves, they were really sad. So by the night time, I said to my sister, she's a headmistress, right? So we call her Miss. So I said, Miss, where's Obeah? And she just, you know, like when someone's spirit just drop. So I thought, did I say something wrong? I just, you know, we've been here all day, and I haven't seen my cousin. I've seen everyone else. I just want to know, where is he? And she looked at me and she said, he's gone camping. So I thought, huh? Why would he go camping knowing that we're coming? He wouldn't do that. Obeah was 21 years old, and we grew up with him, and we were very close. So he would definitely be around knowing that we're coming. So when she said he's gone camping, I thought, okay. But you know, it didn't really, you know, settle in and stay with me like. So I thought, just accept it. That's what she said. So I said, when is he coming back? And it was almost like I saw tears in her eyes. And she said, in a couple of days. I was like, okay. So I left it at that. And my big sister, who came with me, it's almost like she wasn't asking. And then my cousins, 2 cousins, her sons, they didn't really know him, so they wouldn't be that interested in knowing where he is. You know, they were born, they left Nigeria when they were really young, so they didn't really know him. But I knew him, and I wanted to know where he was, because he was a very funny person and a very loving person. We've been there a couple of days now. They're saying, let's go to the village. We have to go to the village earlier than usual. So I was thinking, what's happening? Because we usually stay here like a week, go out, go shopping. But it's like a couple of days and they want to go to the village. So I felt kind of uneasy. And even my cousins, like I said, they were not really themselves. And you know when like there was a hush-hush secret? But you know, the holiday mood and everything else kind of... So I didn't really bother. And then, before we went to the village, I asked her again. I don't know, my spirit is very... Well, let's just leave it there, yeah? So I asked her again, I said, Miss, where... This time I was kind of upset. And I think she saw that, because it's like, it's 3 days now. He's not back. You're not saying nothing. What's going on? So I'm just like, Miss, where is Obi? And then she looked at me and said, he's dead. Like, I got goosebumps. Like, I'm thinking, what? You know, I thought I misheard. What do you mean he's dead? And she's like, yeah, he's dead. We buried him last week. I'm like, what? Buried him last week? And she said, yes. And at that time, she just, broke down and started crying. And I didn't want to ask her what happened. I just took it, because obviously it's not the time to question what happened. So I just, I gave her a hug. Even I was in tears, like, what do you mean he's dead? She sat us down to explain what happened. She said they went to a place to buy a piece of land, because they're in business. They run a car showroom, and I think they wanted to maybe open up somewhere else and also build a house somewhere else. And the land that they spotted, somebody else wanted that land. And the person didn't have the money. But the person said to them, do not buy the land. We want the land. And then they made a threat to say that if you bought the land, your firstborn will be dead in 3 days. Which my sister said at the time, she didn't take that seriously, because, people say things and people can do things, but my family is not into the Obeah business. Like, they Obeah, no. You understand? So, she didn't take the woman serious. And she's explaining, she's just shaking her head in disbelief. Like, and then she said, anyway, they bought the land, and then 3 days later, Obi fell sick, and they didn't know what was wrong with him. So, they took him hospital. The doctors, examined him, tested him. They said they can't find anything wrong with him, but Obi was sick. So after like a week in hospital, and they still couldn't find any issues with him, one night he was sleeping, and his mum, my sister, was in his room, and he jumped out of his sleep and just sat up at the bed head in hospital. And his mum said, Obi, what's wrong? Why are you up? Go back to sleep. And he started hyperventilating and panicking and saying, Mum, can't you see them? And she said, see who? She looked around the hospital room. She's like, see who? And he's like, Mum, can't you see them? The men in black, they're coming for me. And she looked around again and she couldn't see nothing. And he was pointing to the bottom of his bed and saying, Mum, look, the men in black. And she said, Obi, there's no one in the room. She said, Obi, there's no one in the room. She said, go back to sleep. It's all right, sleep. And Obi fell asleep and never woke up, right? And up till now, the doctors don't know what killed him. But she remembered what the woman said, and it was exactly, 3 days after they bought land that Obi fell sick. They buried him, before we came. And the shock alone just crashed my holiday. Like, it's really a funeral that I'm coming to then. a funeral of one of my favorite cousins. That broke my heart. And then we was arranging to go village, yeah, to see my mum and dad and everyone else. So we all got together, went down to the village. And at the village, we had a meeting, a family meeting, because when we all can get together, we always sit down and see what's happening, you know? So at this family meeting, my sister was telling my dad that she wants to find out who killed Obeah. And my dad was telling her to just leave it alone because, you know, he's dead already. There's no need to just leave it to God. That's what my dad was telling her, you know? And my dad was like 90 odd at the time. When he told her that, I could see she wasn't happy. She was not accepting it. Even though she wasn't saying, I could see she was not happy. She wanted to find out who killed her firstborn. So then after the meeting, I went to, you know, me and my dad always take a walk and go places. So it's so funny. My dad is like 90 odd with a walking stick. But yet, when I walk with him, it's like I have to walk and jog to keep up. You know, like old people in Africa and the Caribbean, they're really strong. They could be 100 odd and they still be getting up, seasoning their food, cooking for themselves. So I used to walk with my dad and actually have to jog to keep up, and the man had a walking stick. When I think back, I just laugh. Like, that was funny to me. My dad was so strong. Back to the story. My sister now decided that she wasn't going to take my dad's advice and she was going to somehow find out who killed Obeah. So while we was there, one day, she told my older brother, Sunday. I have an older brother called Sunday, like a couple years, maybe 4 or 5 years older than me. So she said to my brother Sunday that, you know, she would like him to accompany her to somewhere. So basically, they were going to find out who killed Obeah, and they were going to Obeah man to find this out. And my dad had warned her, don't do it, just leave it to be, leave it to God. But she didn't listen, you know. They went, and they went for the whole day. I didn't see Sunday, yeah? Because, you know, when you're on holiday, you want to see the people you haven't seen for years. Even a couple of hours away, it's like you missed them. So they went and came back. When they came back, the first thing I noticed on my brother was that he had a bruise around his neck. Like, as if somebody tried to strangle him. So I said, and then I looked at his eyes. When he looked at me, his eyes was bloodshot. Like, bloodshot. The white piece of his eyes was bloodshot. So I'm looking at my brother and I'm looking at him, and he just feels strange, like he's lost, like he's not himself. I said, Sunday, are you okay? What happened? Where did you go? And he said, UK. I'm not meant to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you, you know, just in case anything happens to me. So we sat down, just me and him, and he told me that they went to a man who used him to find out who killed Obeah. And I said, the man, he got a rope, and at one end of the rope, he tied a bone, and at the other end, he tied a bone, and he hung it over his neck. So the bone is here, and the rope is here. And he hung it over his neck. And then he started questioning the bones. That's what he said. I'm just looking at him like, what the hell? So he started questioning the bones. And he said, the first question he asked the bones was, did Obeah die by natural causes? And he said, the man was looking at the bones and talking to the bones, leaning on his chest. And he was looking at the bones, like. So he said he asked the first question and nothing happened. He thought, oh, this is not real. And then the man asked the second question, did Obi die by accident? Nothing happened. Then he asked the third question, did Obi die at the hands of someone? He said the minute he asked that, the two bones just went and started strangling him. Like he couldn't breathe. He said the man had to come and take this thing off. He said he was so shocked that when the bones moved by themselves, that then the man come and caught and unwound it, and that's how he told my sister Obi was killed by somebody, which my sister already knew, but she didn't have to go there to do that. But she had a confirmation. Questioning dead bones, yeah? When he's telling me this and I look back at his neck and I could see he's like the thick, I imagine the bones wrapping around his neck by themselves. And I said, Jesus God. You know, I'm thinking, I don't want to know about none of this, you know. Yeah? So, anyway, we finished our holiday and then we returned back, you know. And when we came back, I used to speak to my brother sometimes. He used to call me and we used to talk and and then one day I got a call, like about 6 months after my holiday, we got a call and it was my sister and she said that Sunday is dead. So I was like, what do you mean? She said, yes, Sunday died in a freak accident. She said Sunday was standing and talking to 5 people on the, in front of a shop. And there was a car crash somewhere up the road. And the car came off the road and hit him alone and killed him instantly. So I was like, Dad told Miss not to go and question nothing. And now she's done that. She's lost Obi and we've lost Sunday. My dad was beside himself. But these are the consequences of playing with the darkness. People who do Obeah don't know that when they get what they're getting, there will be a price to pay. And that price is usually not money. It's not no monetary. That price is usually life, blood, etc. I'm a person, I don't know, and I don't want to know about those things, right? I believe in the Most High, and I believe that God is over everything. That is my story of how I lost my brother and my cousin to Obeah. Stay away from it. The riches that you get from it is not worth your life. The answers you get from it is not worth your life. Life and Vibes TV. People, smash the like, comment, share the video. Like I said, thank you for all my subscribers who have been with me. I really, really appreciate your support. So, the aim is to build up the channel. 300 subscribers is my aim. 300 likes. Thank you very much for listening. Big up yourselves. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.